Have you ever wondered if learning a whole new language is really worth all that effort? It's so much more than just being able to order a coffee on vacation. It turns out the benefits are, well, they're pretty incredible. So let's dive in and explore how speaking more than one language can genuinely change your brain and even your life.
Okay, so right off the bat, I've got a question for you. Are you a polyglot? You might be one and not even realize it. Or hey, maybe you're on your way to becoming one right now.
So what does that even mean, polyglot? Well, it's actually pretty simple. It's just a person who knows and is able to use several languages. And it's not about being perfect, right? It's really just about being able to communicate in more than one tongue.
All right, here's a little puzzle for you to chew on as we go through this. Which country has the most official languages? Is it A, Zimbabwe, B, Switzerland, or C, Bolivia? Keep that question in the back of your mind, and I promise we'll get back to the answer at the very end.
Okay, let's get into the really cool science behind all this. Because it turns out, learning a language is basically one of the best workouts you could possibly give your brain. Let's dig into how it actually changes our minds.
And check this out. This quote from neuroscientist Frédéric Liégeot is a big deal. She points out that when bilingual adults develop dementia, their symptoms tend to show up later compared to people who only speak one language. I mean, wow, that is a huge health advantage.
So how does this actually work? What's going on up there? Well, think about it like this. A monolingual brain, it's kind of on a single track, right? It just focuses on one language system. But a bilingual brain? Whoa, that's a whole different ballgame. It's constantly in action, juggling languages, choosing one, ignoring another, and switching between them all the time.
And that mental juggling, that is what we mean by a brain workout. It's not confusing for the brain, it's exercise. Just like lifting weights makes your muscles stronger, this process boosts your brain's efficiency and makes it more resilient over time. This active process is the key to all these incredible benefits we're seeing.
Okay, so we've talked about the science, but what does this look like in the real world for real people? Let's take a look at a couple of personal journeys with language. You'll see everything from learning with total ease to facing a pretty big challenge.
So let me introduce you to Victoria Uwonkonda. She's a journalist, and her story is just fascinating. Her family moved from Rwanda to Kenya and then to Norway. And along the way, she just kept learning new languages. Today, she speaks 5 fluently and can understand another 3. Pretty amazing, right?
So when Victoria got to Norway, she was a teenager, and she was able to just pick up the language. And what we mean by pick up is, well, it's that natural way of learning, just by being surrounded by it through practice and immersion, not by sitting in some stuffy classroom.
But for her parents, it was a totally different story. They were in their 50s when they arrived, and learning Norwegian was, well, it was much, much harder. But they had to soldier on. They just kept at it, even though it was super difficult, because they had to for their new life there.
And this is the part of her story that I find so moving. Victoria said, "It was a way of paying back. You helped us to keep our mother tongue, and here we are going to help you." You see, her parents had made sure she and her siblings kept their mother tongue when they had to leave home. So years later, when the kids learned Norwegian so quickly, they could turn around and help their parents. It's just a beautiful, full-circle moment.
Okay, so maybe you're feeling inspired by all this. How can you get started on your own language journey? Let's dive into some really practical tips based on what we can learn from Victoria's experience.
All right, here are 2 simple but seriously powerful steps you can take. First, immerse yourself. If you can, physically go to a place where the language is all around you, like a local market. But if you can't, just hop on a plane, no problem. Do the next best thing. Tune in. Find podcasts, listen to music, watch the news in your target language. The whole idea is to surround your brain with the sounds and the rhythm of that new language. All right, we're almost at the end. It's time to wrap things up. So let's finally solve that puzzle I gave you at the beginning, and then we'll do a super quick review of everything we've talked about.
Okay, drum roll please. The answer to which country has the most official languages is Bolivia. Yep, an incredible 37 official languages. So if you guessed C, you got it right. I mean, that's just an amazing testament to the country's rich linguistic diversity.
So let's do a really quick vocabulary recap. We learned that a polyglot gives their mind a great brain workout by constantly juggling languages. Some can easily pick up a new language, while others have to soldier on through the challenge.
We've seen that learning a new language can literally make your brain stronger, and it can connect you to the world in a much deeper way.
So the big question I want to leave you with is this. Now that you know all the benefits, what new language are you going to explore?